everyone, this is Cheryl and welcome to my sewing room. I'm going to talk about how you organize your fabric. Now, I'm a fabricaholic and I know there's many of you out there who are also, and you know who you are. You've got fabric under every bed, stuffed in every closet, in your pantry, in the dining room, behind the sofa, under the sofa, in the garage, in cardboard boxes, in plastic tubs, and they're probably in places you've even forgot about. Or maybe you've also got tons of scraps that you wish you could organize. So I'm going to show you some simple storage solutions. Now, it's going to take some time on your part. You might want to make it a family project and have everybody chip in and help because it'll speed the process up. It might even take just a little bit of money on your part. It's going to take more labor time than money though. So let's get started. For large pieces of fabric, you're going to need cardboard in pieces that are 8.5 inches by 11 inches. You're also going to need the little snappy hair clips. Both of these items you can get off of Amazon.com, and the links to these two items are listed below your YouTube screen. When you buy your fabric, your selvage edges are usually folded together, so I suggest you leave it like that and then fold it again in half. So bring the folded edge to the selvage edge. Then take your cardboard, place it down here, fold a piece over, and begin to fold it. And you just keep going. I've put as many as 4 yards on one of these. Fold the end over, take your little clip, and then clip it onto the fabric. I use a lot of bookcases to store my fabric on. I've got them in a lot of different places, and I do it by color. So once you get it wrapped onto the cardboard, you just stick it onto your shelf. I like to do a lot of quilting, and often I have squares left over from a variety of projects. What I do with them is I store them together. So these are 5.5 inch squares. I take a little sandwich bag, mark 5.5 inches on it, and then open it up and insert the squares inside. And then I'll just kind of close it a little bit. And then I will take it and store it in tubs like this, these little shoebox size. So in here I've got 4 to 5.5 inch squares. I put it in there and I just keep it on a shelf. And I have them all the way from 2.5 inch up to 8.5 inches. If you've got fat quarters and you want to get them organized, you can make these little fat quarter cubes like this, and you can store all the same color in them. And these are really easy to make. If you are interested in making these little fat quarter storage cubes, then click on the link in the upper right hand corner. I have hundreds of fat quarters that I've bought over the years, and I keep mine in these shoe boxes like this. And I find them very useful. I try to put all the same color in each container so that I can keep it very, very organized. Not only do I keep fat quarters in them, but if I've got pieces of fabric that are not big enough to put on the cardboard, I just fold them up and insert them in with my fat quarters. If I've cut strips of fabric for binding to use on quilts and pot holders, etc., and I have any left over, I will also put them in a container marked binding strips. So when I need 1 or 2 strips, I'll just go through there and see if I can find what I need. If you have a lot of little small pieces, they're not long enough to be binding or really big enough to put in with your fat quarter pile, I like to quilt, so I don't want it to go to waste. I'm going to cut it into squares that I can use for a future project. So you can stack 2 or 3 different pieces at a time. I want to cut these into 2.5-inch wide pieces. And then I'm going to turn it. I'm going to line this other end up a little bit here. And then cut it 2.5 inches wide. Then I'm going to cut this end straight. And now I'm just going to put the 2.5-inch line on the edge over here and just go down this strip, cutting a bunch of 2.5-inch squares. And you can get going pretty fast doing this. I like to cut fabric, so it's something I enjoy doing. I know not everybody does, but this is another solution. And then you can just get a bag, mark it 2.5-inch squares, and put all of the squares in a container. I want to thank my daughter Maria and my son-in-law Jamie for all their help in spending hours and folding all of this fabric together for me. And they've got it organized and so well put. I just am so thrilled with everything that they've done. For beginners sewing tutorials, play this video until a green screen appears and then click on the links. Okay, everybody, here's your pillows. Maria, make sure your thumb is up. Jamie, the arrow's pointing to your left. Everybody ready? If you like this video, then click on thumbs up and then click on share to share this video with your friends. And if you haven't subscribed yet, then click on that red subscribe button down there in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. Click on the bell and enter your email address. If you're not receiving those email notifications, then go to your cell phone or iPad. Click on settings and turn notifications on. This is Maria, this is Jamie, and this is Manny. And to the left, and so glad you guys came to my sewing room. See you next time, and happy sewing.
In my mom's world.